Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eastridge High School and the Perch special broadcast of Eastridge Volleyball. Spoilbrook Sports Network is pleased to present Eastridge Raptors against the Stillwater Ponies. This is Mike Spoladoro alongside of, no, I am not solo this evening, ladies and gentlemen, alongside of the All-Universe Broadcasting specimen, Jim Welbrock. Jim, welcome to Eastridge High School.
Thank you, Mike, for that welcome here to the Perch. Happy to be here tonight for this exciting Southeast Conference action, and thrilled to be alongside the seven-time All-American, Mike Spoladoro.
Jim, it is mentor evening here at the Perch.
Okay.
And so each of the kids has indicated who their mentors are and who they want to acknowledge. And Jim, we have a star-studded pack of mentors.
It is a star-studded group. I see several familiar faces down here on the floor as the players come out to greet their mentors. We did a similar thing in Northfield. Your favorite teacher, and along those same lines, is somebody that really has made an impact on you, and fun to see this here.
Indeed, Jim. Maybe we'll try to listen in here, and we can talk about who we're hearing.
Gives thanks for her mentor, Kari Raymond. Happy Burger. Thank you, Antonio Amador. Rick Carlson thanks her mentor, Jared Feast.
A lot of lights, familiar names here from the club coaches.
Elwanger. Cameron Greenwald, her mentor, Andy Bugisberg. Kelby Upland thanks Pamela Presshouse. And last but not least, Gazelle Towell, she says thank you, Ethan Towell. How about a round of applause for our mentors?
All right, Jim, indeed, a number of names who may be familiar to the volleyball community.
For sure.
The likes
Definitely.
of Antonio Amador and Andy Gugesberg and Kerry Raymond,
yes,
and
Jared Feast.
A number of lights coaches that
yes.
we know well. Jim, we were lucky enough this evening to share a meal with Antonio and Andy Gugesberg.
Yeah, we heard a lot of good stories out of those two, that's for sure. Always entertaining conversation where those two guys are involved, and tonight did not disappoint, that is for sure.
Very colorful individuals, and we will let you listen in to the national anthem. All right.
Nice rendition of the anthem there as we get prepared here for Southeast Conference volleyball action, coming to you live from the Perch here at Eastridge High School.
Talked about Andy Gugesberg Antonio Amador, Bonnie Spurbeck, number of other coaches.
Number of familiar names in that group, and I think no surprise there. I know our experience at Lights is just fantastic all the way around. A lot of coaches that are making a lasting impression on these kids, and people they're going to remember for many years going forward as they launch themselves into life from here.
I think you're right, Jim, and you and I both experiencing a daughter heading away to college, and I think the foundation that the sport has brought to them for their college experiences has been solid.
It is absolutely
and
true.
Especially Lights being a part of that in a very big way.
Absolutely true. Meeting the starting lineups here for both the Raptors and the Ponies as we get ready for first serve here.
Jim, I like the full team announcement out of your Raptors. It's one big team, Jim, and who plays, and who supports, and at the end of the day, they're all one team.
I think we've talked about this a little bit in the past, but we've noticed the same thing at Morris. We're going to talk a little bit D3 College as well tonight, but very much support of the bench as well as the players that are on the floor. In fact, the bench has their own little meeting, and they kind of fire themselves up for what they're going to do as part of the match, and I really like to see that.
Busy day, busy weekend. I guess it's Monday, a little bit odd for high school volleyball.
It is.
But we are thrilled to be here, Jim. I am thrilled to be back in the booth with you. I appreciate you making the long journey up here.
It's a short trip where volleyball's involved. It's a great sport. Absolutely thrilled to be here to bring you Stillwater and Eastridge as the Ponies get ready to put the ball into play here.
Ponies start the match right now. Libero Lucy Zoller serving. Spoladoro chases it down. Cam Greenwald sends it to the back corner. Dug up, back set. Popped over. Giselle Tao was there. Spoladoro is going to joust at the net. Win the joust. Comes back over. Cam Greenwald sends it back again. Off the deflection of Sophie Hoheisel. Point to the Raptors.
And Greenwald said there, hey, if it doesn't work on the left side, I'm going to go to the right side. She finds an open spot on the court to put the point away for the Raptors.
Cameron Greenwald earns her way back to the service stripe. Puts in play, leading 1-0. Popped up. Set coming near side, roll shot over. Carlson is there. Spoladoro is going to go back to Carlson. Hammers the ball through the block down the line. 2-0 Raptors early here, set number one.
Nice kill there for Carlson. She saw a little bit of an opening in that block and wasted no time in putting it between those two blockers for the kill.
Greenwald puts it back into play. It popped up. Middle attack, tip shot over. Sydney Schaefer on the tip out of the middle. Down for a pony point.
Schaefer saw that big block up in front of her there and said, hey, I'm going to tip it up over the top, and managed to find a place on the floor to put the Ponies on the board here.
Seems like a move I would make as well, Jim, facing four big arms like that. This is Olivia Foss serving for Stillwater. Down the line, Giselle Tao pops it up. Carlson's going to help. McDougal out of the back row pops it over. Foss a set, middle attack again. Popped over. That's Schaefer again. Back-to-back tips. Back-to-back points for the Ponies.
Schaefer says it works once. I will try that again, and it's successful again, and we're going to have to find a way to compensate for that tipping by the Ponies.
Tawazer, Spolador goes back row to McDougal. That shot's long, and Jim, the Ponies with 3 unanswered points take the lead here in set number 1.
Gives them a little early momentum here as the teams sort of sort things out on the court. And as we progress in the set here, we'll see how this develops.
McDougal is there. Spolador is going to go outside Brick Carlson. Big time swing. Says that's enough of that. Off the Zoller deflection. Point Raptors.
Nice cross-court cut there by Carlson. Ties the match at 3.
Spolador back to the service line. Sends it over. Dug up. Near side attack coming. Big swing. McDougal lets it go. Emily Ellitson just long off the left side. Point Raptors.
Going for a spot there deep in the 6. Just a little bit long.
Spolador again at the line. Sends it over. Popped up nicely. Middle attack coming. Off the net cord. Out of play. The middle, Sydney Schaefer goes tip swing. This one finds net cord and deflects out. 5-3 now your score. Spolador again. Going for the far side. Misses just wide. Point Ponies.
Remember, we talk about the teams being encouraged to utilize the service as a weapon. Don't just put it over. Find a good spot. She was going for that far line there and just missed it.
Spolador was running the slide to Addie Mattis. Off the deflection. Popped up nicely. Back row attack coming. Hoheisel just gets it over. Mattis is there. Spolador back to Berger. Big time. Off the block. Dug up. Strong side attack coming. Big swing into the corner. Tori Liljegren. Should have practiced that one before, Jim. For the Ponies, scoring on a nice cross-court deep to the 5 spot.
Nice swing there. Finds just the barest margin in the corner of the court.
Spolador to Berger in the middle. Stuff block there. Sydney Schaefer. And Stillwater regains the lead. 6-5.
Smiles all around here on the Pony side as they're doing well here in the first set.
Spolador is going to go outside to Brick Carlson. Roll shot over. Dug up nicely. Big time swing. Spolador diving for the dig. Can't come up with it. 7-5 now. Ponies in front. Hoheisel on a bit of a run here for the Ponies.
Yeah, really nice dig there to start that rally off for the Ponies.
McDougal. Spolador outside to Brick Carlson. Swing hard and down. Zoller makes contact, but not enough to get it up. Point to the Raptors. Nice attack, Britt Carlson.
Yeah, very nice. Little extra zip on that ball from the other ones that we've seen her swing here this evening, and does find the floor.
Maria Chapman reports in. She'll serve for your Raptors. Trailing 6-7 here early in set number 1. Down the line, dug up. The set to the middle, tip deep corner. Chapman is there. Spolador is going to go middle to Addie Mattis. Off of Zoller to the floor. Point to the Raptors. Knotted now at 7.
You go outside a couple of times. You bring your set back into the middle quickly. And that is a devastating weapon there and a nice point for your Raptors.
Chapman serving again. Down the line. Popped up. It's an overball. Michaela McDougal says thank you very much. Down to the floor. 8-7 now. Raptors in front.
McDougal takes a nice swing at that party ball and puts it down.
Chapman down the line once again. Strong serve. Trouble. Foss is there on the set. Right side popped over. Chapman is there. Spolador to the middle. Addie Mattis again through the block to the floor. Addie Mattis having luck out of the middle in set number 1.
Yeah, I think that whole point set up by a really strong serve there to start things out, putting the Ponies out of system a little bit there, and a nice point for the Raptors.
Chapman again sends it this time strong and long. Jim, you talk about aggressive serving. Sometimes you miss the line. Sydney Schaefer serving. That's Crimmins to Spolador. She goes back to Berger. The block is there. Nice recovery by the Raptors. We're back in play. Strong side attack coming out of the Ponies. It's wide. Hitting error gives the point to the Raptors. 10-8 your score with Crimmins back to serve.
Yeah, I don't think they expected that one to come back. Really nice block coverage there. I think caught the Ponies off guard a little bit when Raptors able to bring that one back up.
Crimmins with the good serve. Berger is there. Spoladoro to Cam Greenwald out of the middle to the floor. Point Raptors, 11-8 your score. Timeout. Ponies.
Nice use of the block there. We're going to go over a few things. We're going to start with some high school things here this evening. Talk about the local conferences. We're going to talk a little bit of Northfield volleyball, and we're going to talk some D3 colleges because both Mike and myself have players that are playing D3 volleyball, and we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. So we'll start with the Suburban East Conference. East Ridge Raptors currently in the first spot in the Suburban East Conference. Right behind them, Woodbury. Those two teams meet here Wednesday. That game is at Woodbury. That should be a really exciting contest. And it's a pretty good logjam at the top here. You've got East Ridge, Woodbury, Forest Lake, Park, all with very either no losses or one loss. So they're all in the mix here as I don't know if we're quite halfway through the conference season yet or not, but that's a little bit about the Suburban East. And we will continue talking about some of the other high schools around here. We'll also hit on the current section standings as things are starting to shake out a little bit here. As the serve is put in play here by the Raptors, the swing from the right side for the Ponies. Chapman sends this back over. McDougall is there to pick this up. Into the middle, pushed up over again, looking for that tip. Spoladoro sends this over to the left side, or right side, to the left-handed Berger. And that is a point for the Ponies. Substitution here, Sager coming in for the Ponies. We're going to be back with you here in a minute. A couple of technical things we have to take care of. All right, Tao in here to serve for the Raptors. Coach Anderson kicks the ball over to her. The go signal's given. She gives it a couple of dribbles here. Puts the ball into play. Picked up by the Ponies libero here. A little bit of trouble getting this over. Free ball opportunity here coming for the Raptors. Spoladoro sends this all the way on a high ball over to McDougall. Picked up there nicely by the Ponies. Over to the right side, block is there, and that ball finds the antenna. Point for your Raptors. Towel continues at the line here. Right-hander puts the ball into play, picked up here by the Ponies. Right at the net, and Spoladoro feasts on that overpass. Raptors building a lead here, 14-9 in set number one as Tao continues up the line. Coach Anderson gives direction on where to place the serve here. Right-hander sends it over. That one wide right brings the serve back over to the Ponies. Lilligren, I hope I'm saving that right.
Lilligren.
Well, I'm thinking that J is silent. Lilligren.
Okay. Lilligren. We're going with Lilligren. It's easier that way, too.
Picked up here nicely by Chapman. Over to the left side there. Back set. Over to McDougall. Picked up nicely by the Ponies out of the back row here. Swung over. McDougall's there to get this. Into the middle quickly. Pushed back by the block. Spoladoro sends it over. Ponies set back up here. They go left side up off the block. Nice pick up there by the libero for your Raptors. Again, over to the left. They swing this over. Again, picked up nicely. Long rally, longest of the match here so far. Oh, McDougall finds a perfect spot deep in the one there. Just catches that corner.
Nice point, nice defense, nice spot by Michaela McDougall. She'll earn her way back to the service stripe.
McDougall puts the serve into play here. Picked up by the Ponies, but they have a little trouble with that. The overpass, they're unable to pick that up on the second contact. Point for the Raptors as they take a 16-10 lead here. McDougall continues from the service stripe. Cross-court serve there is out of system. Ponies are going to get it across. Opportunity here for the Raptors to set this up. Spolet Earl on the slide. Nicely, Cam Greenwald.
Greenwald down hard, Jim. Thankfully, Zoller got her hands up in time to protect the body. Cam Greenwald on the slide. Devastating for the Raptors.
Nice play.
McDougall down the line. Popped up. Going to come out of the middle. Spolet Earl. Cam Greenwald, stuff block, point. Raptors 18-10 now in set number 1.
That big wall for the Raptors starting to give the Ponies a tough time here.
McDougall sends it deep. Zoller is up. Set out of Benpard. Popped over and deep. Crimmins is there. Spoletoro is going to go long to Britt Carlson, who finds the floor. 19-10, Jim. Eastridge really opening things up. Timeout, Ponies.
Yeah, really, really nice swing there from Carlson on that left side, finding a great spot there in the corner of the court and gives the Raptors a really nice lead here as we're in set number 1 coming to you from the perch tonight.
We're going to take a short break here with Van Halen going in the background. Say it again.
All right, great environment here. We are back with you at the perch. Great crowd here tonight playing on the hardwood as the serve is put into play here by McDougall. Unable to handle that on the Pony side. And the Raptors first to 20.
Nice ace serve coming out of the timeout, Jim. I always like that. McDougall is going to continue her run. 20-10 the score. Zoller to Betbart, back to the right side. Tao makes a diving attempt. Spoletoro dives after it. No avail. Point to the Ponies.
Great play for the Ponies there. They had a 3-pass and a very nice set over to the right side. And a good all-around play there results in a point for them.
The lefty Zoller sends it into play. Tao is there. Cam Greenwald helps to McDougall in the back row. Sends it over. Betpart's going to go right side. Sent over and down. That's Marina Sager for the Pony kill.
Again, a nice spot there for the Ponies. Find that spot deep in the 1. Not much you can do with that. A couple of good points coming out of the timeout here for the Ponies.
Go Lucy, we hear as she serves. Ace serve finds the back line. Point Ponies.
One of those that's hard to let go. It looked like it might have been the right call, but ball, a little bit of air comes out of it right at the end, falls in. Point Ponies.
Zoller prepares, looks over to the bench, gets the sign, puts the ball in her right hand. Left hand swing is over. Tao is there. Crimmins helps. To Britt Carlson, big time swing. Diving attempt on the dig by Tori Lilligren. Unfortunately for her, it's on the floor. Point to the Raptors, 21-13 now.
Again, that ball set up really nicely for Carlson, able to take a full swing at it. Pretty hard to return that.
Cam Greenwald puts into play. We're going to come near side here. Big swing by Hoheisel, dug up by Greenwald. Spoletoro goes to Carlson. Big swing down off the Zoller deflection into the 5th row. Bumped back onto the bench. Point Raptors.
Carlson having a lot of success on that left side with the cross-court swing. Again, finds the floor there and able to score for the Raptors.
Greenwald looks to Coach Anderson, gets her spot, puts the ball into play. It's a strong serve. Zoller is there. Benpard goes to the middle. That Schaefer blocked, sent over by Carlson. Nasty play, Jim, for the kill Raptors.
It was a nasty play. They weren't prepared for that. That was an unexpected swing there from Carlson with a pretty good amount of zip behind it. Point Raptors.
Cam Greenwald again now with the serve into the middle. Popped up nicely. Beppard goes back, tipped over. Spoladoro is there. McDougall's going to go back row to Greenwald, kind of on a pseudo slide, sent over. Zoller is going to send right side, popped over. McDougall is there. Spoladoro outside to Carlson. Tip shot deep corner. Nice dig by Lilligren. But the second contact not there. Point Raptors, and here we go. Cam Greenwald on the hook in set number one.
Yeah, Carlson finding a good spot there to poke the ball back. Lilligren with the nice effort to get to that, but they're unable to bring that back.
Greenwald serving for set number one. Goes to the deep six off Lilligren. Zoller is there. Hoheisel, big time run up, but Spoladoro and Mattis are there for the block. Now right side, popped over. McDougall to Spoladoro, back row to Greenwald, into the block, onto the floor. Point Raptors, set number one to your Raptors, 25-13.
A really nice mix here at the end, going to the outside pin and coming back with that back row tackler. A really nice finish to the set for the Raptors.
We're going to take a timeout as the music plays here. We will rejoin in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. All right, back in the perch, ready for set number two.
All right, we're going to give you just a little bit more site information here. We're going to talk about Northfield and the Big Nine. This is a conference down in the southeast part of the state. The Raiders currently tied with Rochester Mayo for the top spot in the Big Nine Conference, and those two teams meet here on October 12th. That match will be held in Mayo, at Mayo High School in Rochester, I should say. So if you have any connections down that way, you want to see a good match, I think that will be a good one. I know Mike and I called that match last year when it was played in Northfield. pretty competitive match, and we would expect some good things out of the Spartans and the Raiders in that one. But here we are back at the perch at East Ridge High School, getting set here, an early 2-0 lead for the Raptors in set number 2.
McDougal continues to serve. Carlson with a kill and a hitting area for the Ponies. Bring us 2-0. Spoladoro to Opland in the middle, off the block. Attack out of the middle, double block. That's Carlson and Opland with the double block. And Jim, you mentioned Northfield. This Raptor squad just faced Northfield a couple weeks ago in a tournament, and Northfield got the best of the Raptors after the Raptors jumped out early. So all these top 10 teams, Jim, in the state, very competitive. I think Wayzata floats above, and Egan has really picked up their game as of late. But it's a competitive group there between, I would say, 2 and 10.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the top standings here and all the different sections as we have time, but definitely very competitive amongst those top 10 teams.
McDougal with the dig, Opland with the pop. Carlson can't quite get to it, and Ponies are on the board now, 1-4. We got Foss entering the game for the Ponies, as well as Ellitson. Foss is going to serve, take the setting position. Ellison comes up, she'll hit left side. Foss serving now, 4-1 for the Ponies. Emma Stam is there. Spoladoro's going to go outside to Carlson. She looks to go down the line off the deflection. Dug up. Nice scramble by the Ponies. Freeballed over, unfortunately, into the net. A little bit of confusion there, I think, on the Ponies, but good defensive hustle.
Yeah, again, it starts with a really nice attack from Carlson. A little bit of trouble handling that. They almost got that over on the free ball. Doesn't quite clear the net there for Stillwater.
Crimmins going to serve. Deep corner. Nice serve. Good pass. Big swing out of the middle. That's Schaefer. Big swing on the left side. Ellitson blocked. Back row attack. Emma Stam is there. McDougal is going to go to Crimmins. Back row attack. Zoller to Foss. Sent over. Nice diving dig by Stam. Britt Carlson sends it over. Ponies scrambling. Here we go. McDougal, Spoladoro, Carlson, floor. No, Zoller there. But the pass goes into row number 2. Nice play by the Raptors. Nice dig by Zoller, but sends it to the stands.
Yeah, I think the block is starting to give a lot of trouble to the Ponies. Every swing is they're facing either a double or a tall single block, and it's giving them a hard time here, and we'll see if they can make some adjustments in their offensive attack to deal with that.
Crimmins sends it over. Zoller is there. Set Foss. Middle, that's Schaefer. To the floor. Point, Ponies.
Back to the tip there, trying to find a way over the block. If you can't get through it, we'll go over it. The Ponies do that, and they score a point.
Hoheisel on the serve. Spoladoro is going to look to Carlson. She winds up big time, shoots for the 4-5 seam to the floor. Nice attack, Britt Carlson.
Carlson having a great time tonight with that cross-court attack, finding the perfect spot there right on the line for the Raptors.
Spoladoro to serve, leading 7-2 here, set number 2. Leading the Ponies 1-0. Spoladoro puts it in play. Zoller is there. Foss is going to go right side. Big swing. That's Emily Ellitson. Right side kill.
Really nice setup there for the Ponies, and Ellitson with a really nice swing from that right side. We'll see if they go back to that again with the success they found on that one.
Schaefer to the serve. Spoladoro's going to run the slide to Greenwald. Big time swing down the line off the deflection of Cassidy Vilme into the netting. Point to the Raptors.
Yeah, great court awareness there from Greenwald to see that opportunity down the line and find a spot, get it off the deflection. Great point there for the Raptors.
Slightly behind on the scoring. 8-3 is the correct score. Chapman's going to serve. Sends it deep. Vilme's there. Set over. We're going to send it free by Ellitson. Crimmins to Spoladoro. It's McDougal. Looping swing. Zoller gets a hand on it, but no one for the second touch. Point Raptors 9-3 now. Raptors have tripled up the Ponies here on set number 2.
Yeah, nearly a collision there in the back row trying to get to that ball. Nice swing there from McDougal.
Maria Chapman's going to continue at the service line. Headed to St. Thomas next year. Off the net cord to the floor. Vilmi with the diving attempt but can't get there, and that's going to draw a timeout from the Ponies. 10-3 your score, and we will be back shortly. All right, we're back after the timeout. 10-3 your score.
We're going to go over just really quickly section standings. First section 1-4A, that's Northfield. Lakeville North in control there at the moment in the overall record, but Northfield actually a better section record at the moment. Mayo also 3-0. And in section 3-4A, we have Egan, Woodbury, Eastridge, and Park as your top 4 teams. And again, you know, very few conference games played at this point yet, so a lot of movement can certainly be expected here, but the usual suspects, I would say, up at the top of the standings in the section.
Chapman continues at the line. Service ace makes it 11-3. This one put over by Tori Lilligren for the kill. 11-4 now your score.
And Lilligren finding a good spot there, cross-court swing. Not a lot of power behind that, but we've talked plenty of times about how it isn't always about power. It's about placement on the court, having the court vision and awareness to find a spot to get a point for your team.
Benpard serving for the Ponies. Good serve. Chapman sends it over to McDougall. Tipped over. Zoller's there. Benpard's going to go outside. That's Lilligren for the kill.
Lilligren takes a big swing there from the left pin, finds its way through the block, rolls down on the Raptors side of the net for a point for Stillwater.
Benpard continues at the line. She's a lefty. She'll send it over down the line. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro's going to go outside to Cam Greenwald. Tipped over. Zoller to Benpard. Middle attack. Popped over. Covered by the Raptors. Cam Greenwald from the Eleanor Crimmins with the kill off the deflection.
Greenwald finds the way there to tool the block. Ball spins out of bounds. Point for the Raptors.
Madison to serve. Oplin takes her spot in the front row. Mattis strong to the back. Point, Ponies. Tori Lilligren. Chapman is there. Spoladoro. Pass set to McDougall. Cross court. Voller is there. Benpard's going to go back. Unfortunately, she's going to be called for a double contact. 13-6 now. Raptors leading midway through set number 2, leading 1-0.
First double contact call of the evening, and of course we see a wide variation of how often doubles are called, just depending on the ref and their feelings about that particular play.
Hoheisel with a cross-court winner for the Ponies. Makes 11-7. Ponies not going away here. And the lefty Lucy Zoller serving. McDougall is there. Spoladoro's going to go back to McDougall. Swing down the line for the kill.
Great location there by McDougall. Sees that opening deep in the one and hits it confidently. Point Raptors.
Carlson in. Emma Stam in. Chapman and Cam Greenwald will take a rest with McDougall putting it in play. Nice pass by Hoheisel. That part goes back to Sager. She sends it over. Raptors, Carlson roll shot back. Here we go, back from the Ponies. McDougall is there. Spoladoro is going to slide to Opland. Deep corner, popped up. That part goes again, back row. Emma Stam is there. Spoladoro back row to McDougal. Big time swing off the deflection. Nice chase down. We're still in play. Sent over. Crimmins now. Spoladoro outside. Carlson winds up. Deep 5. Jim for the cross court smash. Carlson.
Great point on both sides there. A couple of great saves. And a nice kill there from Carlson. Again, swinging cross court deep in the corner for the Raptors.
McDougal 15-7. Hoheiser's there. Bethpark goes into the middle. No touch there. Sydney Schaefer is long. Point to the Raptors. 16-7 now.
Looking for the back line there. Unable to get that to drop as she wanted it to.
McDougal's going to put it in place. She goes short. Schaefer steps off the net to take it. Bethpark comes outside to Hoheiser. Stam is there. McDougal goes over to Carlson. Looping shot looking for the back line. It's a bit long. Point to the Ponies. Foss in. Elliotson in. Foss to serve. Trailing 8-16. Sends it over. McDougal is there. A little help. Ooh, Emma Stam went to help, but McDougal boxed her out. Serious contact there in the back row for the Raptors.
Yeah, collision on the court there in the back row. Hopefully everybody comes out of that with all their senses.
If you're playing hockey, Jim, that's a 2-minute penalty on McDougal for interference because Stam did not yet have the ball. Ponies put it in place. Stam is there. Nice pass. Spoladoro's going to go outside. Carlson off the block. Nice cover by Spoladoro. Sent over by McDougal. Here come the Ponies. Strong side attack. Hoheisel. Crimmins is there. McDougal chases this one down. Carlson looped it over. Hoheiser. Foss. Back to the swing. McDougal pops it up. Stam goes to Spoladoro. Free ball over. Here we go again. Ponies still coming. Right side attack. Carlson is there. Elliotson again through the block, but McDougal is there. Spoladoro to Carlson. Looping shot. Deep corner. And Jim, the Raptors prevail 17-9.
Great point there on both sides. Again, some great defensive saves, keeping the ball alive. But Carlson finishes things off, having a great night here from that left pin.
Eleanor Crimmins now going to serve, leading 17-9. Sends it over. Foss is going to go back to Elliotson. Nope, that's Hoheisel, sorry. Hoheisel from the right side sends it a bit long. 18-9 now. That's going to draw a timeout out of the Ponies, Jim, after being doubled up here in set number 2.
Yeah, I think the Ponies are looking for other ways they can score, perhaps hoping the Raptors come up a little bit on the net and send some of these looping shots over in the back line, but they're having a hard time finding that spot as well.
We will be back shortly.
Just going to talk through the classes and the top 10s here. I won't hit them all, but we'll start with Class 1A. Of course, again, the usual suspects up here, Mayor Lutheran, Minneota. Mabel Canton is in there, great program for many years. Breckenridge, Bethlehem Academy, and RTR, Russell Tyler, Ruthven, Cleveland, Ada Borup kind of finishing out the top 10 there. We will come back and talk about the other classes as we have time there.
Big time block there out of the Ponies. Elliotson and Schaefer teaming up to stuff block Brick Carlson. Sends the ball back to the Ponies. Sophie Hoheisel going to serve now, trailing 10-18. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro is going to go outside to Brick Carlson. Tip shot. Covered nicely by Lilligren. Right side attack. That's Elliotson. Diving Stam makes an attempt but can't come up with it. And Ellison goes cross court for the Pony winner.
Yeah, that right side attack from Ellison is probably giving the Ponies their most success here. We'll see if they go back to that here.
Spoletor will go slide to Addie Mattis. That shot's long, and the Ponies 12-18, Jim. And what I'm seeing here is the Ponies pushing the pace. They are ready to go, and here comes Hoheisel right away. Spoletor is going to go outside. Carlson says, you know what? Slow down, Ponies. Cross-court winner, Britt Carlson. And coach is trying to shuffle the Pony players around, but I kind of think the Pony players are like, you seriously? You want me to get in front of that?
Yeah, I think that's catching them off guards even on their substitutions here. And you're right, they are definitely trying to play with a higher pace. But Carlson says no and brings things back to the Raptor side.
Spoletor is going to go inside to Mattis. Dug up nicely, scrambling. The Ponies send it over. McDougal is there. Spoletor is going to look for Cam Greenwald. She just pops it over to the floor off the Zoller deflection. 20 to 12 now. What happened here? Oh, we got a net violation called. On number 12 was a signal. I think they meant 13. Apparently Cam Greenwald in the net didn't see it.
No, I didn't see that either, and a nice spot for her to pick there before the net violation occurred. Good play for the Raptors, but result, Ponies score.
Spoletor with the dig, but it sends to the floor, and it's a point to the Ponies. And Jim, just like that, it's a 5-point game. You go from that reverse call, would have been 7, but the Ponies scoring here, it's 5, and Sydney Schaefer looking to get the Ponies back in this.
Yeah, again with rally scoring, every point, every ball on the ground is a point, and quickly you can get an exchange where you were up by 5, you're suddenly only up by 3.
McDougal into the net from the back row. Steve Anderson walking, calling for the timeout, not signaling for it, but I can read his lips. Timeout Raptors, 19-15 now. Let's see what Steve Anderson has to say to his team. And we will take a pause here with the music overhead.
According to Minnesota Volleyball Hub, we'll talk through Class 2A quickly. Southwest Christian is number 1. Jackson County Central, Cannon Falls, Watertown Mayor, Concordia Academy, Maple Lake, Pequot Lakes, Caledonia, Annandale, and Sauk Center. Again, a lot of familiar volleyball powers in that Class 2A top 10.
Well, the Ponies come out of the timeout with an ace out of Sydney Schaefer. The Raptors respond with a middle attack by none other than guess who? Britt Carlson, who has success again for the kill. 2016 now.
Raptors first to 20 here. If you've followed volleyball for any time, you know that there's some psychological advantage in being the first team to various points, 20 being one of those.
Jam with the serve, middle attack. That's Tori Lilligren, but who's there? Addie Mattis, Michaela McDougal for the stuff block.
Yeah, I really feel like the Raptors block is what's making the difference here so far. As we get deep into these sets, they are taking control at the net.
Ponies strong attack down the line, out here, but called in.
Well, we've got a discrepancy
and then called
here.
out. So we got an in here, we got an out there. Now, the lines judges, Jim, they have responsibility for different lines. So it's not uncommon to see one lines judge say in and one lines judge saying out. One's taking the baseline, one's taking the sideline. So it may be inside the sideline, but beyond the baseline.
For the up ref to decide which one he is going to go with here. The Raptors get this point. Swung over to left pin here. Long for the
pivotal
Ponies.
point now, Jim, and it's 23-16. Stillwater, not sure if they have timeouts left, but they are backs against the wall here, Jim, in set number 2 after being down 1-0. And Chapman is going to send it over 23-16. She goes short, popped up. Right side attack. Big time attack out of Emily Ellison, Jim. She's had success from the right side. Point to the Ponies.
Yeah, really good play there for the Ponies. And it all starts with the serve receive, that first contact, 3 pass up to the setter, the back set nicely over to the right side. Everything in system for the Ponies on that play. Result, they get a point.
Sager and Benpard in. Benpard's going to serve. The lefty sends it over. Crimmins sends it right back. Zoller's there. Benpard's going to go out of the middle. Swing off the block. Nice dig by Chapman. Spoladoro sends it back. Crimmins sends it over. Benpard this time is going to try the left side. Lilligren, but she is stuffed by Cam Greenwald and Addie Mattis for the Raptor point. And Jim, set 2. Set point, Allison Mattis on the hook for the Raptors. Zoller's there. Benpard's going to go right side. Swing by Lilligren straight to the floor. Point to the Ponies. 24-18, and it's set point number 2 for the Raptors.
Again, success for the Ponies on that right pin attack. Nice pass, nice set. Good things happen.
Lilligren down the line. Spolador goes back to Greenwald. Nice dig. Zoller is going to set Holheisel. She'll pop it over off the block. Chapman goes down to get it. They're calling it on the floor. That's what I saw from way up here, Jim, but it was a nice effort by Maria Chapman. Point, though, to the Ponies. Rolling here. Roaring back, I should say, as they got nowhere to go, Jim. Backs against the wall.
Nowhere to go, but if they can get to 20, again, that psychological advantage that, hey, we're still in this.
That middle attack by Oppland, stuff block, dug up, but sent into the net. And here we go, Jim, 24-20, your score here in set number 2. Lilligren continues at the service line.
Big smiles on the Ponies' side here as they enjoy a little bit of success. See if they can keep that rolling here.
Chapman is there. Oppland's going to send it to McDougal. Strong side attack, dug up. This is trouble on the Pony side, and to the floor, set number 2 to the Raptors, 25-20. Your Raptors take set number 2 and lead 2-0. And we will be back in a few minutes. Maybe during this break, Jim, we'll let our listeners listen to our musical sponsor of the program, Chad Johnson Music. This one's called Southbound Train.
All right, we're going to run through the Class 3A standings real quick for you. Again, familiar names: Marshall, Stewartville, Wilmer, New Prague, Byron, Casson, Manorville, always a strong team, Academy of Holy Angels, Alexandria, Hutchinson, and Monticello. Class 3A Minnesota High School Volleyball rankings according to the Minnesota Volleyball Hub.
Carlson starts set number 3 the way she finished set number 2 with a big-time kill. Crimmins with the ace serve, and just like that, it's 2-0 Raptors.
Yeah, really nice serve there from Crimmins, putting that deep in the zone and catching the Ponies having to back up to make a contact with that one.
Crimmins in again. Nice dig, sent to the middle. Popped over. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro is going to go back row to McDougal. Big swing off the deflection into row 1, 2, 3, 4, into row 6. Point Raptors.
Yeah, nice swing there from McDougal out of the back row again, mixing it up a little bit. They're looking now to that left pin for Carlson, and McDougal there out of the back row to score for the Raptors.
Crimmins looking to drop one down the line. Finds the top of the net cord. To the floor, point to the Ponies. They're on the board. Sophie Hoheisel is going to serve for your Ponies. Toss, strike, down the line. Tau is there. Spoladoro looks for Carlson. Looping shot, finds the outside of the line, Jim. I'm way up here at the top. Looked wide, but it must have caught the line.
I'll tell you, she's done a great job of painting the corners, painting the lines and the edges, especially on these cross-court shots. They are not in by much if they're in. They are right on the painted surface.
Spoladoro drops one over the net. Ace serve, Macy Spoladoro.
Nice serve there for Spoladoro. Wouldn't be surprised to see an early timeout here for the Ponies. Not going to be coming, it doesn't appear.
5-1 your score. Spoladoro again. This time dug up. Back set. Big time swing out of, it's Ellertson. Stuff block is there. Carlson and Mattis send it back. Point to the Raptors. Raptors rolling here in set number 3 early, 6-1.
Ellertson looking to capitalize on the success the Ponies have had from the right pin. The block there for the Raptors has other ideas.
Spoladoro from the very corner sends it over. Sent up nicely. Tori Lilligren on the big attack, but who is there? Cam Greenwald and Addison Madison. Jim, we look at the front row the Raptors are putting up right now. 6'4", 6'2", 6'3". That's a big front row.
It is, and it's pretty hard to see over that, and the Ponies are definitely having their difficulties with it right now.
Addison Mattis, the 6'3" figure, cracks it down. I guess they list Britt Carlson at 6'5". Interesting that Cam Greenwald is the shortest there at 6'2". That's 6 pretty tall arms, Jim, and an 8-1 advantage for the Raptors.
Yeah, I always think when you have that steep of a block on a tough wall to look against, eventually that's going to catch up with you no matter where your attacks are coming from. All right, we're going to talk through the Class 4A rankings. Number 1, they've been number 1 all year. Wayzata Trojans holding down the top spot. Undefeated team on previously, again, last week, number 1. Number 2, Egan. We talked a little bit about how they've picked up their game here in the last few weeks. Eden Prairie 3, Shakopee, Champlain Park, Chaska, Eastridge, Lakeville North, Northfield, and the Minnetonka Skippers round out the top 10. Again, a lot of familiar names to volleyball fans there in that 4A group.
Restarting after the timeout, Spoladoro sends it over, but the Ponies send it back hard with Tori Lilligren. Cross-court attack cleanly to the floor, no one home for the Raptors. And Schaefer comes back for the Ponies. Spoladoro goes inside to Cam Greenwald, off the deflection to the floor. 9-2. Raptors on top here. Set number 3 leading 2-0. Chapman in, Carlson out. Maria Chapman sends it over. Nice pass. Foss sends it over to Ellertson. Covered by the Raptors and sent over. Foss again goes to Ellertson. This time it's Chapman. Spoladoro goes backside to Cam Greenwald. Stuff block is there. That's Lilligren and Sager for the Ponies on the stuff block.
Yeah, nice rally there for the Ponies. A couple of nice swings from the right side. Again, they really do favor that right side and ultimately end up winning that point.
Sager and Benpard return for the Ponies. Benpard, the lefty, is going to serve down the line, catches the net. Point to the Raptors. 10-3 now your score. Set number 3. Raptors leading 2-0. Addie Mattis back to the service line. Over to the deep corner, popped up. Benpard sends it over. McDougal says thank you very much. Pokes it to an open spot on the floor, Jim, and we've talked often about it's not always the power, but the precision. We see there McDougal just finds an open spot and tips it over.
Yeah, I think the Ponies are looking for the on two, but McDougal says nope, not today. Finds a good spot there in the one for the Raptors.
Mattis sends it over down the line, popped up. Sent back. Zoller sends it over. Chapman is there. Spolador goes back to Greenwald with the approach off the block. Nice dig. Popped over. Spoladoro is there. Greenwald's going to go all the way across. McDougal off the swing, or excuse me, off the block to the floor. Blocked there by Sager and Sager. Got to believe they're twins, both seniors. Could be cousins, I guess.
Yeah.
Zoller on the return. Tip shot over. Chapman is there. Greenwald off the net cord. Popped up. Middle attack coming. Swing is there, but so is Opland to send it back. Right side attack. Chapman digs it out. Spoladoro looking for Greenwald. Pops it over. Strong side attack coming. Chapman is there. Spoladoro is going to go to McDougal this time. She loads up and finds the floor. Michaela McDougal, Jim, this Raptor squad filled with weapons.
Yeah, they are, and they're firing on all cylinders right now, finding ways to score from multiple positions on the court, doing a great job on defense and in transition, and really taking control of the third set here.
Strong side attack by Lilligren. Passed up, sent over though. Net violation. Macy Spoladoro pass got her a little too tight. 13-4 now. Raptors still in control here, set number 3. Tori Lilligren going to serve for the Ponies, down 4-13. Sends it over. McDougal is there. Spoladoro is going to go back to McDougal. Strong side attack. Zoller is there. Backside attack tipped over by Sager. Spoladoro is going to look for Greenwald off the block and to the floor. Point for the Raptors. Seeing some new faces in for the Ponies here. Coach doing what she can to try to adjust things. Pass here. Junior setter Johnson out of the middle. Blocked. Zoller goes outside. Sager's there, but Cam Greenwald with the nice dig. Spoladoro looks for McDougal. She goes down the line to the floor. Point Raptors. And Jim, it just seems to be working for the team in black and gold. And the Ponies, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it is working well. And again, I think the speed of the Raptors here really taking over. Fast offense, fast swings.
We are back. Ponies out of timeouts here in set number 3. It's 15-4 your Raptors, and the Ponies looking for something. Hoheisel sent over by the Ponies. Spoladoro is going to go back row. Greenwald, she gets up high. Carly Sager is there, but the block doesn't get the push, and it's 16-4 Raptors here in set number 3. Cam Greenwald still at the line.
And the Ponies still searching for an answer here to the height and the speed of the attacks from the Raptors.
Johnson to Marina Sager. That doesn't work. Point to the Raptors again, 17-4. Substitution here is Lexi Carlin. She'll give Sager a break, and Greenwald will pound the ball at Hoheisel. Back to Hoheisel, big swing. Maria Chapman is there off the block. Spoladoro goes to McDougal, she pops it over. Zoller is going to look to the lefty. That's Lexi Carlin just entering the game. First touch is a kill for the Ponies.
And we talk a lot about the left-handed right side. That gives you a different look. The block is not necessarily expecting that. They might be swinging the other way. Catch hands, and you get a point for the Ponies.
Lucy Zoller, the senior, she's going to serve left-handed over. Chapman is there. Spoladoro goes slide to Opland. She winds up and hammers it into the deep 6. Lilligren sends it up, but it's into the fencing. 18-5.
Great swing from Opland there. Off the deflection for the Ponies. Point Raptors.
McDougal back to serve. Popped it down the line. Coming back to Hoheisel. She goes down there. McDougal's there. Spolador goes down to get it. Greenwald out of the back row. Zoller with the nice dig, and she'll send it over. Greenwald, McDougal, Carlson, Zoller. Johnson goes back. Left-handed swing blocked. Dug out of the net. Hoheisel sends it over. McDougal goes to Spoladoro. Outside to Carlson. Off the net cord. Nice pop up by Hoheisel. Sent over on 2. That's Schaefer. Back row attack. Greenwald. Just wide, Jim. Boy, that was a rapid. There have been some pretty good points here. Lots of high-intensity, solid volleyball back and forth on both sides.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of good rallies on both sides, and I think the Ponies, if the Raptors end up prevailing here, can take away a lot of good from this match. A lot of scrappy defensive plays on their side, and hopefully they can build on that going forward with the rest of their season.
Olivia Foss is going to serve for the Ponies, sends it over. McDougal is there. Spoladoro chases it down, goes to Opland. She pushes it deep corner. That's Foss to Zoller. Outside to Elliotson. Spoladoro now is going to look at Opland in the middle. Push to the deep 6. Covered up. Foss in the middle. That's Sydney Schaefer off the Opland block. Out of play. Point to the Ponies. 18-7. And they're looking to rally. Jim not just walking away here.
Yep, nice abuse of the block there by the Ponies. Get a few points back here and build a little confidence on their side of the net.
Spoladoro goes inside to Opland, but that shot's just a bit wide. Point to the Ponies now, 18-8. Foss continues at the line. Foss, strong serve. McDougal is there. Spoladoro is going to go back to McDougal in the back row. Big swing. Nice dig by Foss. Zoller is going to look near side to Hoheisel. Off the Spoladoro block. Pancake by Tao. Spoladoro to Carlson to the floor. Nice point, Raptors.
That was a great play and a great pancake there by Tao to bring that one up. Setting up the Carlson swing from the left pin. Point, Raptors.
Crimmins now back to serve. Sends it over. Zoller is there. Foss is going to look outside. This is Elliotson from the left side, not the right. And Spoladoro goes over to Carlson off the block. Popped up, but into row number 2. Point Raptors, 20-8 now. Set number 3. Raptors in front.
Carlson mixes it up there with the off-speed pitch. Finds the defense expecting the big swing and finds a way to score.
Crimmins deep. Zoller's there. Foss going to send it back row attack. Nice block by Mattis. Spoladoro is going to look for Carlson. She winds up, Jim, and when she gets that arm a moving, she goes to the 4-5 seam straight to the floor. with authority, point Raptors.
She gets a strong shove there from Spolodoro for that nice left pin attack. Goes back to the full bore attack on that play, cross court. Nice point, Raptors.
Raptors returning. Ellison out of the middle, but who's there? Addison Mattis for the stuff block. We got a block party, Blockville population 1, Addison Mattis for your Raptors. And Crimmins 22-8 now.
Great rejection by Mattis on that play.
Trouble on that serve receive. Ace serve. Eleanor Crimmins 23-8 now your score, Jim. Raptors in full control.
They are in full control of this set. Hitting on all cylinders here at the Perch at Eastridge High School.
Foss outside of Holheisel, nice shot, but Crimmins is there. Spolero is going to look for McDougal out of the back row. Check that out. Stuff block, Sydney Schaefer. The Ponies with some excitement on a solo block out of the senior middle, Sydney Schaefer.
McDougal fully loaded on that play, and that came back with authority on the nice block for the Ponies.
Nice pass by Crimmins. Spolero goes over to Carlson. Tip shot. And after all the pounding, Carlson goes to the tip for the point.
Just a great mix from Britt Carlson tonight, mixing up different shots, going down the line, going cross court, tipping, and tooling the block.
Spolero on the hook for the Raptors, serving for the match. Sends it over. It's trouble. Tip out of the middle. Mattis is there. Trouble on the Pony side, but this is going to be sent over. Nice turn by Tori Lilligren, Jim. She got the shoulders torqued, went down the line for the kill.
Yeah, really nice court vision there.
Match point continues for the Raptors. Schaefer sends it over. Carlson is there. Spolodoro is going to go to Greenwald on a pseudo slide. Stuff block there. Lilligren and Carly Sager team up for that block. Point to the Ponies, now 24-11. It's never over until it's over, Jim.
Nope, it
Schaefer
isn't.
sends it over. McDougal, Spolero outside. Carlson off the block. Nice job. Foss is going to come near side. Lilligren, not this time.
Wow.
That's Greenwald. Mattis, stuff block. Point, set, match, Raptors. And give us 30 seconds. Raptors 3-set victory over your Ponies. You know, I feel like the Ponies played okay, Jim, but the Raptors really firing on all cylinders this evening.
Oh, absolutely. I think you can look at a few keys of the match. I think great defensive plays on both sides. That part of the game may be pretty equal, but the Raptors, with their height advantage, the speed of their attacks, speed of their offense, and that block, I think that really made the difference tonight.
It was kind of a story of the match, Jim. The Raptors, very strong net play all night long, both offensively and defensively. And again, we talk about, you know, you got 6'3", you got 6'2" at your short, and 6'5" across that net line. Not a lot you can do offensively when they're on and reading the block well.
Not a lot you can do with that. And again, you have to remember, as one of the top teams in the conference, you are going to be facing everybody's best game. All of the schools that come in that you face during the year are going to bring their A game. They think it's their night to knock off the big dog from the top. And to come out and take control of each one of those sets, maintain a good lead, finish the match off in 3, that's what you're looking for.
And we see here the mentor program again. We see Hadley Berger down there with Antonio Amador. We got a picture opportunity here. Tom Berger snapping a photo. I think oftentimes joins me in the broadcast booth here, but I think, you know, tonight has special guests in-house, and so he chose to turn it over to the professional, the all-universe. Thank you again to Jim Welbrock for making the trip up from Northfield.
Well, always glad to come up here to the Perch and see some high-quality volleyball and renew some friendships from the past. Really was great to see both Antonio and Andy Gugesberg tonight. I had a little time to visit with them, and that was a very enjoyable time for the pregame ceremonies there. And again, I think this mentor program is a really good thing. We do a similar thing, I think I mentioned earlier, at at Northfield, there it's your favorite teacher, and again, that's that same theme of who are the people that have had an effect on you that
Positive
you're going to carry
impact
forward.
on your life.
Positive impact on your life.
Yeah.
And hey, what can we do to kind of recognize that, appreciate it, and keep that going forward?
Yep, indeed, Jim. And call out to the Wick restaurant here in Woodbury. Nice meal this evening.
Yeah, and another beautiful night to be outside.
Beautiful night to be outside. Sat there on the patio,
we're
right off the golf course. A little bit worried about, if I was golfing, you'd probably be in danger on that patio. But
I think I would have gotten out the chipper and rolled those up to that 18th green there, assuming it was the 18th green, right in front of the clubhouse there.
Yeah, as the players say farewell to their mentors, thank them for coming. I actually, take the score aside, Jim. I thought there were periods of very strong volleyball by both sides. As I reflect on the third set, it's hard to recognize it was 25-11. There were just some points there that were, very quick, but generally there were a lot of highly contested points, back and forth, both teams playing good offense, good defense.
Well, and I don't think you saw any long faces on the Pony side. I mean, I think they take away a match from this. Hey, we were clearly up against an opponent that's got some weapons that we can't match. But what can we take away as positives from this? I know Laura's coach at Minnesota Morris talked about that, Joe Susanguth. We had a pretty good beating at the hands of the University of Northwestern a couple of weeks back, and he said, a loss like this doesn't bother me because I see things that the kids are learning. They're taking lessons forward to matches that they're going to use in the future. And as long as that's happening, as long as you're realizing that, hey, what do we have to do to get to that level? What things can we take away from this and apply to future matches? Then he said, I have no problem with a result like today. And, of course, nobody wants to lose, but you take away what you can and apply it to the future. And I thought that was a great message, and hopefully that's the message that the Ponies are receiving tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Important life lesson, Jim. Life's going to deal you blows, and you use those experiences to get better. I don't remember who the quote should be attributed to, so I won't attribute it to anybody. But the thought is there aren't wins and losses; there are wins and learnings, right? Yeah. And so losses, you're going to face it on the volleyball court, in the classroom, in the workplace, in the local pub. You're not always going to have wins, and so you take what you can out of losses and you get better.
Yeah. I think that's
you appreciate the fact that you're even in the game, Jim. As we learned with the year of COVID, we appreciate the fact we're in the gym.
Right. I think you hear that from the players. We're just glad that we can be here and play the game that we love. We talk about that a lot here. The chance to compete, the chance to put your game on the floor, to test your skills, both individually and as a team. And again, as mentioned before, get a little bit better every time you are either in practice or on the court. Or whatever it is you're doing that you love to do, you want to get better at it and take away some things that you can apply to the future.
As we look across the way, players talking to parents, talk to mentors, talking to friends. Good way to end the evening here on this beautiful Monday, Jim. Raptors 3-set victors in a fun match to watch.
Yeah, it was very fun. We're going to take just a little bit of time here to talk college volleyball. We're going to talk D3. And the reason we're doing that, of course, both Mike and I have daughters that are playing Division III NCAA volleyball at the moment, different schools. But I'm just going to run through a few things for conferences that you certainly are very familiar with. And we're going to first talk about the MIAC, a lot of local teams on that. A lot of club players that we know well from just the last few years here are in the MIAC, playing and enjoying. Right at the moment, St. Olaf and Gustavus are up on the top of the standings here. Hamlin, St. Mary's, Augsburg, they're all right in the mix. And I certainly, if you follow this sport at all, you're going to know players on these teams. I'm certainly not going to try to name them. I'm going to miss too many people doing that. But go check out their rosters. You find a familiar name, go and support American Rivers Conference. These are mostly schools in Iowa. Again, some familiar ones here. A fantastic team at the top of the standings, Wartburg. Of course, Mike has a daughter playing for Wartburg. They are in town tomorrow night at the University of Northwestern. That's up in Roseville. You're going to want to go and check that out if you want to see some high-level volleyball. Wartburg, an undefeated team at this point in the season. Northwestern very, very high up in the UMAC that we'll talk about in a moment. Some other schools in here: Cole, Simpson, Loras College, Central, Buena Vista, Nebraska Wesleyan, Dubuque, and Luther. And I certainly am sure that you know somebody who plays for those teams. And finally, the UMAC. My daughter Laura is currently playing for Minnesota Morris. They are tied for second place. Northwestern, as we mentioned, is on top. Martin Luther right up there with the Cougars, tied for second. Those two teams play in New Ulm on the 9th. Morris faces Northwestern on the 16th. And some of the other teams in there: Wisconsin Superior, North Central, Northland, Bethany Lutheran of Mankato, and Crown College of St. Bonifacius. So find a team that you are familiar with. Maybe you have a player on those. Maybe a relative is playing for those teams. Go out and support them. It's a fantastic atmosphere. The games are competitive. We've already seen some 5-setters. We've seen some scores that are going into volleyball's version of overtime. You definitely want to check out these teams. I cannot say that enough times. And these are accessible programs in your backyard. So please support Division III NCAA volleyball.
And Jim, lucky are we. Special guest has joined us in the broadcast booth here atop the perch. Audrey Spoladoro, welcome to the program. Audrey Spoladoro, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be back.
Take two. Good to be back. Your thoughts on tonight's matchup between Eastridge and Stillwater?
I thought the Raptors did a great job of keeping consistent, like playing at their level throughout the whole game and not sinking down to Stillwater's.
Yeah, I think the Raptors' slight lineup adjustments tonight put up a front wall of 6'2", 6'3", 6'5".
Yeah.
Impressive at any level, especially the high school level.
Yeah, that'll help.
I think I agree with you. I think they did not let their foot off the gas tonight. I think that's easy to do. We talk about teams that are maybe a little bit mismatched. Team comes in that's clearly got the height advantage and perhaps the skill advantage at certain positions. It's easy, though, to say, well, we're in control here and kind of fall off of that a little bit. You let another team back into the match pretty easily that way. That did not happen tonight. Raptors keeping their foot on the gas, making sure this was a 3-setter, a clean sweep over the Stillwater Ponies tonight.
Audrey, you're in town. Fall break, an interesting, I guess, maybe the college equivalent of MEA?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know if there
break.
was breaks at the same time. MEA generally around the 20th, I think, of the month. But nice to have a couple of days off.
But you're off of school tomorrow but have practice tomorrow, is that right?
Correct.
All right. What are you guys working on at practice?
This past week or two, we've been really working on getting our setters connected with our middles. And then more like in the recent part of the week, we've been working on our greens, which is the quicker back set.
Okay. So as a high school senior last year and now college first year, playing volleyball in both environments, how do you assess the difference between high school?
The top of the chain, and all of a sudden you're a freshman again, and you have to get used to a whole new environment. And then on top of that, you have to get used to the new school schedule that you're having to deal with, which is a big difference.
As a parent, I think Jim and I can both attest, it's just awesome going to your matches where you're maybe facing a club teammate from last year, now an opponent, whether that be in high school or club teams. It's just super fun for us to watch that. How is it to be in the gym competing against a friend of yours on the other side of the court?
It's also fun, especially because me and Jordan are on the same team, and we've played together for a few years, so we always make a huge deal out of it whenever we see someone like Laura. We saw her, and we were just screaming everything. And then Emma, we saw her on Saturday, and that was also a big deal. And then I think we see Anna on Saturday, right? And then Lexi's coming, Bella's coming.
Yeah, I think that's what's really nice. We talked about that a little bit, that you know, again, at this Division III level, you're going to run into people that you know, players that you've played with, and it's just fun to kind of remake those connections again. That's got to be a lot of fun from a player standpoint. It's a lot of fun from a parent standpoint. I went to the Carleton St. Mary's match here back, I suppose it's getting to be 3 weeks ago now, and of course Bella plays for St. Mary's, so we were able to spend some time at the Steins, socialize a little bit. Just really fun to make those connections again. You know, we spent many years in club being on the same teams or near each other on the same teams. And you think, well, you know, when we remember the last Lights match that we played, and you're a little, everybody, I know I was having a lot of doldrums that day about this thing coming to an end, but hey, here we are. We're still playing volleyball. We're talking volleyball, and it goes on. And I think those connections that you make are going to be with you for a long time, forever potentially, and I think that's what it's all about. And it's just really nice to be able to make those connections again and see things keep moving on. It's just great.
I agree.
All right. Well, you know, I was kind of wondering if Coach Amador or Coach Gugasmark might wander up here, but doesn't look to be the case. There are more important people for them to talk to, families and coaches, versus us up here in the broadcast booth.
It's fun to watch Andy work the coaches. I know he did that the last time we were here. I don't know if that was the Mounds View match or
Mounds View match,
I think it
conference
was.
championship. Yeah.
And he is just all over the place. You know, again, renewing the connections that he has, and he has a few more than I do. That's for sure. But it's fun to watch that same thing going on. Hey, how are things going? And then take those stories on to other people that you meet. Hey, I talked to so and so last week, and again, it's just renewing those connections.
Well, Archie, easy for me to say. Archie. Parting thoughts from the perch.
I didn't eat dinner. I want dinner.
We had a nice pregame meal at the Wick.
That was great. Another
big crowd.
Big crowd. Nice evening to be out. Nice fall.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Outdoor venue. Well, where's dinner tonight, Audrey?
Well, we were thinking about Lost Margs for Brenda's birthday, but I guess they're already eating as a family or whatever.
Well, we can crash that.
True.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time we crashed one of their events.
That sounds like fun. Again, a nice evening to be out. Match finishes up early here. We've got Antonio Amador down on the floor. We've got his eye. I don't know if he said next time or give me a minute.
He said next time.
All right.
He said next time. Gugasburg, I don't know. Maybe I could throw something at him.
Well, from here you might hit him. Yeah.
Well, I'm fearful of hitting the Stillwater coach versus Andy.
Yeah, that might not be good.
That wouldn't be so good. Andy Gugasburg looking great. Almost didn't recognize him when he walked into the Wick.
Yeah, I agree.
Great volleyball mind, that young man.
Yes, certainly. I think would be a great win for us to get them either one or both, amongst others, onto a episode of Talking Volleyball.
Talking Volleyball.
Would love to do that. Get their thoughts and comments, and getting some selfies here up in the perch.
Jim, I don't know if you're aware. And maybe I shouldn't go here because I probably shouldn't go here, but you are in the midst of a bit of fame.
I believe that.
Audrey could probably get the exact counts, and I will probably get them wrong, but I have been a part of a TikTok video that has received multi-million views.
I will pull up the stats.
Nearly 500,000 likes.
Wow.
1 week, we're at 1.4 million views, 417.6 thousand likes, 6,020 comments, and 2,170 shares.
Show us it.
Might have to get the dump bar going here.
Oh, that's really good.
So,
wow.
I mean, if you have anything for me to sign, I'm happy to for a small fee.
I think the back of my ticket, for $5, you might do that.
So he's basically TikTok famous. We just got to set him up with an account.
How many hits did we get on our little video that we were in?
I mean, it was a solid 23.
59?
Yeah, 59. 100 million. I can't remember how many zeros, but.
Well, it was nice that was the launching pad.
That was
for your
of
TikTok
Spoilbrock. Well, that could be. Could be.
They said, oh, I know that guy. He calls volleyball matches in Minnesota.
Stillwater Sports Network was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
Somewhere
in Nebraska. Well, Jim, they haven't turned off the lights yet, but they're probably getting close. So we should probably wrap things up here from the perch. Thank you, Audrey Spoladoro, for joining us here at the end of the match. Good to see you.
Anytime.
Good to hear you. We look forward to seeing you this weekend down here in the cities.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Thanks for having me.
very
Go
much.
Raptors.
And Jim, from the perch here, before the lights go down, we should probably shut her down. Greatly appreciate you making the road trip up.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Always enjoy watching matches here from the perch, and it was a special treat to be able to work alongside the 7-time All-American tonight. I much appreciate it.
All right, well, standing alongside the all-world Jim Welbrock, this is Spoilbrock Sports Network signing off. But as we clean up our gear, again, the musical sponsor of our program, Chad Johnson Music, will let you listen to another one of his fine works. You can get him on all the digital channels. Jim, do you have a request for our outgoing music as we clean things up?
I think we should go with Minnesota Nice.
County, 1876. Grayback rebels trying to run the risk, seeking vengeance for their southern pride. Yeah. Jesse James along for the ride. They ride. They ride. September 7th, they rode into town just to take old dames down. Colt 45 strapped across their hips, yeah. JYG etched in the grip, and I often think about when they rode into my town. Will they try to roll the dice? Thinking Minnesota nice. Minnesota nice. Where white dusters 3 walked in the bank, walked out to open safe. He would cry